All right, hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be building a house for my Uniquely University Sims playthrough. So wish me luck. Let's see. I've got a few ideas in mind, but it'll take some trial and error to see if they're actually going to work. This lot's a little smaller than I thought it was. So I've never played in the New World before. I'm just got the pack. Technically, I got the pack when it came out, but it's my first time actually building with it. I was having too much fun in Create-A-Sim. So, with that in mind, let's begin. So, this build's gonna look ridiculous while I start, but I'm thinking it'll have... So yes, I am using rounded walls for my bedrooms, and there's a very good reason for this. And that reason is I hate myself deeply. It's actually concerning, and I should probably do something about that, because yeah, no one who loves themselves would choose to build a house with 8 little rounded rooms. I don't even know that there's going to be enough room on this lot for that, but hey, you never know, right? So I'm not going to lie and say I'm some magically great builder, because I'm not. But I think I'm a good enough builder that I can probably make a functional house. I don't love that, and I think the trick is to have multiple floors. So let's put this one in this corner. This one I think should actually go here. You know what? And I'm gonna look at this later. I'm gonna say, what the heck? And I'm going to wonder what I ever did to deserve what I'm about to do, but I think it's integral that we have the nice main room with the biggest rounded walls, and you're gonna know real quick if I go with this build, because if I don't, if this process doesn't work, this is gonna be gone. Wish me luck. I have kind of a 3 little apartments. Well, more than 3, 8. I have 8 occult sims that each need their own bedroom, but I have this vision of them each having their own little apartment kind of on the main lot in little let's do tall walls, trees on the big tree. And right now it just looks like a lot of dumb round rooms, but hey, let's turn off the grid because it bothers me. And let's now, is that a case of it actually can't go there, or round walls are just a pain to work with? Because if it actually can't, fair enough. But I'm pretty sure you can... Oh, one way to find out. Let's cheat. Okay, yeah. That's not gonna work as is. Make it too wide, which is just not as cute. Oh my god, I should have been showing off. I'm not nervous or anything. Why would I be nervous? Fun fact, this is the first YouTube video I ever filmed. This will probably be the second I post, or possibly as late as the 10th. Depending on what order I decide to post in. Not sure if I'm gonna post all of the making making Sims videos before this or after. I'm not sure if each Sim's gonna get their own video or not. It really depends on how long it takes to share that process. I know how long it took to film it. It's bad. I may have spent well, as of recording this, it is currently July 28th. I've been making these 8 Sims since the pack launched. Granted, I've also been going to work and celebrating so many birthdays. Everyone I know was born in July, so I think I need to sternly talk to everyone I know who decides to have kids and looks like they're going to have kids in July, because can you not? It's way too cliche. It's way too overdone. And obviously their schedules has to revolve around me, not them, because why would they do what works for them? You know what? I'll even let them have their own doors. Aren't I sweet? Aren't I just the kindest? Yeah, they probably shouldn't get used to it. You know, sometimes when you live in a commune with the bros, or the sisters in this case, they're basically a little sorority of lovely magical ladies. Yeah, there we go. That works. I can live with that. And more importantly, I can work around it. It still doesn't look good, but trust the process, I say as I immediately delete the door I chose because it is too short and I don't respect it. God, none of these are wood though. I don't want to use medium walls. I want to be special. Everyone knows all the special walls, or all the special doors, rather, are tall. No, that's cute. That'll be cute. Yeah, okay, so now that we've got all that done, the image is still not quite coming together. You're completely valid wondering what I'm doing. I do have a plan. Simple, really. I'm making the most god-awful house I can conceive of and making it everyone but me's problem. And if that doesn't work, then what I meant to say is I'm testing y'all to see how quickly you can see through my shenanigans. Is it working? Am I believable? Because, something, please? Do you know you cannot apply medium walls to the rounded walls? That doesn't seem right, actually. But it also seems like what's going on. There goes part of my vision. That's okay, I had other plans. So we'll worry about that later. Yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. I can work with all of it. I have worked with worse. I'm sorry to say. The reason I've worked with worse is because I am what's known in the industry as a fool. But it's coming together. A very poorly done start. That's not a bad start. We'll come back to it. I think the evening lighting is nicest from here. Got 4 bedrooms on the floor, 3 upstairs, 1 more. There's a super easy way to deal with this one. First, let's do some stairs. Oh, there's so many fun things, and that looks more alien than anything, but, you know, maybe it is. Fun fact, I don't actually build very often. I am very much a create a sim and gameplay person, but every now and then I get an idea for a build that's just crazy enough to work, just wild and eccentric enough for me. For the budget, since we're rapidly approaching, I do this little system that I call student loans, wherein I'll use cheats to get as much money as I need to make the perfect house for my university sims. But they have to pay back 10% of their debt each week, minimum. More is preferable for me because it's faster to get out of it. And that's just me using the same cheats I used to give them money to take it back. And on top of that, they have 15% compounding interest, you know, to mimic the American student loan system because, I mean, hey, if it's going to be a challenge, it might as well be one that I strongly regret making. Why compounding interest, you might be wondering? It's because I don't want to do the math I'd have to do if it wasn't. Compounding interest is interest that just builds off of itself. So, like, originally, yeah, it's only, you know, this percent interest. That's not bad. But it's compounding. So, you know, it starts as this percent, but then eventually that percent goes. So it's like, yeah, it's, you know, 15% interest. So 15% of $100. Well, now your total cost is $115. Except for then it's compounding, so next time it's 15% of 115. Gosh, I wish we had rounded stairs, but that's okay. Here's my strange little idea. It's coming together. I'm making choices. They might even turn out to be good ones. They also might not. And if not, it's a future mollusk problem, and we don't respect her. We only respect present mollusk. Future mollusk deserves what's coming to her, and past mollusk is kind of a bully who goes out of her way to do things to make present mollusk suffer. So, like, yeah, why would we want to be friends with past mollusk when she does things like build with rounded walls and there we go. Happy little walkways. Truly an art form. Now I should also figure out what fences I want this one to be. Like, probably the same, right? But also, what if? Yeah, kind of like this one. There we go. It's truly, art is happening. So it's coming together. The vision is coming together despite my best efforts to truly hack it up. Do I want to just have this one be a blank little walkway? You know? A little bit. Little bit. Of course, there's sorts of little issues with doing that, like the weird little jut out here, but we're just gonna find a way to cover that with decor. Okay, so let's just put the most generic of fences here so that we can go back to having our cute little new zone gate. I've lost it already. I'm very blind. Man, this is gonna need a lot of editing. I have yet to master the art of talking to myself in an entertaining manner when building. I can do it when playing games, I'm told, by my mom, who thinks I'm very cool, I'll have you know. So, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I actually think it'd be more fun to do a happy little fence removal here. We don't need that bit of fence. Never helped anyone, especially not us. I was using this. I was using this stairs. Oh, right. It doesn't always like stairs on top of stairs, so it might not let me go there. But are we able to have a second staircase from this balcony to that one? Actually, you know what? Let's delete this staircase first. Copy this. Put it here where it can't hurt me with its lies and falsehoods. Do that. And bring it here. That's It's our weird little treetop villagette base. Oh, right, we still have one more room to get to. I don't pay attention to things. Ever. Let's see what happy little flowers. Doors. Yeah, I got no excuse. English is my first and only language. You know, it's a very tricky one. I wonder if there's any good ladders. Yeah, that works. That works real good. And I can like put the lattice above it and stuff. And okay, it's coming together. It's weird, but it's coming together. But what if that one just climbed the lattice all the way to there? I think it'll let me. I don't think it will. I think it's gonna be like, what are you? Oh, it would. Would if the bottom of the ladder weren't off the. Oh, that is horrible. I love it. Okay, this door is not gonna work. I'll fix those. That's also not gonna fly. But, like, be pretty cool if it did. That could be a lot cooler if you did. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, that's me at this when it's not wanting to fly. Oh, right, you can just put stairs here. I could just put the world's most obnoxious stair. Oh, that would be terrible. Oh, that would be the worst staircase ever. What if I scoot that forward? Come on. Come on, you almost went there. You thought real hard about it. Okay, fine, let's. Oh, that's getting somewhere. It is a shame that other one is in the way, because I'm gonna delete that. I'll come back to you. Because that is just so fun. There we go. Okay, but that's not great for anyone who, needs reasonable access. Can't intersect rounded pieces. That's such an excuse. Because, like, those aren't even intersecting. I'm checking my phone. I got a message. Very professional of me. Just think that should be perfect. Man, that would be convenient, but then we'd have to find a different entrance point. Yeah, let's see what we can see. But all that we could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. Let's bring this back up to medium. This back down to short. Yeah, I do like that. Okay. Oh, if it's medium. I forgot to set a timer when I started recording. Well, I can edit this down if it takes too long, which it will, because I am a fastidious builder. I'm very detail-oriented. I like to make sure that it's done right the first time, or something like that. Oh. What if I do it like this? This is what I have to make small if I want that to be something that makes a difference. Do that. I will probably be putting railings on these stairs. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, these are cute. I will be putting railings on all of these stairways. Which means my initial instinct to put this here was correct. Oh. Yeah, that went well. God, I have never noticed how loud The Sims is. I don't really build without music or YouTube on. So this is a first for me. I mean, y'all will be getting it with music, but like, I don't have any music. You know, that's unfair. I should be enjoying music, and maybe next time I will be. But it's too late now because I don't feel like pausing my recording because I'm on a roll. Speaking of being on a roll, let's choose. We want yellow flowers, yeah. No, we want this. None of these are quite right. No, yeah, I can make that work. Now then, now what I want to do. Nope. Yes, I think this is probably, you know, there's birch trees where I live. They're very nice. They're weird. They feel cold when you touch them. I swear that didn't come out of nowhere. This is called like the bountiful birch beauty wall. Yeah, so makes sense, right? Anyways, so now I'm just continuing my weird little tree dorms. Is there a reason why it's not letting me shift click the outside of all of these? Oh, you know what? There is. I'm poor. Okay, so note to self, we have taken out 50,000 in student loans. So that's, ooh, oh, I like that reclaimed wood wall a lot. Anyways, back to building perfectly normal houses that aren't weird in the slightest. And I don't know why anyone would think they are weird, because as you can see, this is the most normal house whatever did happen. So I need to put this on everything. This is very cute. It is a freeze, so let's check exterior trends. Yeah, that makes sense. That freeze is hecking cute. I think this one, that tree isn't tall enough up there, but it is here, so let's put that here to deal with the issue we were having over here. Let's undo that because it's ugly as sin. It's having some clippage, as you do, but that's what this section is about. We get this, first a floor, I think. Nice wooden floor. But we want a nice grass floor. We'll come back to grass. I think wood was the way. Yeah. So not all of these are. You'll notice that those could be in best because the walkways I want to be closer to those stairs, like these stairs. You know, I might have made some questionable choices in the building of this house. You did not just hear me failing what I was trying to click on, because I would never. I'm very coordinated and don't miss things, and anyone who says otherwise is spreading false conspiracies about me and should probably like, comment, and subscribe to make up for the emotional damages that such acts have caused. Yes, I absolutely stand by this statement. What do you mean I sound like I'm making things up? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, yeah, I am very good at talking to myself. Not so good at doing it in a way that entertains, but hey, at least I'm having fun, right? I'm told that's what matters. But like, it'd be pretty cool if... Just gonna edit that out, because whatever thought I was having just kind of left mid-speak, and that's, you know, a little sadder than I intended for my commentary to be. So here is the start of my fun adventure. Now let's see what kind of frieze looks good above the glass, if any. Might be a case of none do, but there we go. Now we choose cute little chimney, which can make its home up here. Got doors into the rooms, except for the base room, which I just got kind of frustrated with. It wasn't what I wanted. But whoever said this had to be a limited pack build, right? This is my build, what I'm making for literally me. Oh, yo, I do like this store. How does it work? It's a different vibe. In the gold feds. No. I could do this one. Like, yeah, technically it has windows that aren't windowing because of the rounded walls, but like, I could just say it's a cool door frame. It's a pretty rad door frame. Definitely no missing windows here. Yeah. Now it's a matter of making layouts for. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 suites. 6, 7, 8. Technically that could be a suite, but I have to put something there. Or, okay, this is gonna be a pain and I'm not gonna appreciate myself for it, but I don't know why sometimes it was okay with that and other times it was like, why? What do you do? But like, hey, that's all just part of what I do. Oh shit, that one just moved it with it. Wish they'd all been that easy. Okay, you win some and you lose some. There we go. There we go. That's way more acceptable to me than what was going on before, which wasn't. Oh, and naturally, let's see what kind of pillars there are, because I think I want to continue building up. Oh, you know what? Oh, no, I can make this work. I can make it work. I always have just the best ideas. That looks terrible. I'm rolling with it. And don't you hate it when you just accidentally a roof way too huge? Oops, I seem to have once again accidentally a roof way too huge. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I do not know it off the top of my head, and so that sounds like, you know, not my problem. I made it work. I think it would be better around, but hey. I slap some roof trim on it, and voila, roof. Nice little covered patio to hang out on. You know what? I kind of want this one to be wood. The tree got chopped down. It's a heckin' tragedy. But we still built a happy little gazebo on top. This tree somehow survived having part of it replaced with glass. Yep. Obviously, this is where a telescope should. This is where a telescope should go. God, I hate round walls. Why did I do this? And all these sizes. I just don't love me. It's the only logical explanation. I don't love me. That's okay. Because I do love this terrible build I'm making. Why do I call it terrible? Have you seen it? It's got rounded walls everywhere. This is... Frankly, it's unhinged. No one who enjoys a reasonable amount of life would build something like this. Oh, but I am loving it. Okay, now that I've confirmed that that's all acceptable. Living area, bathroom, kitchen. More or less. Let's do floating stairs inside because, yeah, I kind of wanna. That still allows for the layout I decided on. Does make the upstairs another bathroom. Bathroom. Got 8 Sims, so I should try to have 8 bathroom. No. I mean, yes. But no. Apparently that's too many bathrooms. However, could do 4 bathrooms. 4 bathrooms is more than enough for 8 Sims. I mean, yeah, I can make that work. And this can be, you know, an office space. Floating stairs don't need a railing. Oh, you want to pee? Good luck. Now that we've got the room layout, we can do the windows better. Luckily, window layout isn't a huge deal when you in tree. So it does suck a little that I have to come so far for the bathroom, but like, hey, some of them don't even need the bathroom. Some of them don't even need a bedroom. Yeah, I kind of want this actually. Just, you know, basically a wall. Yeah, I kind of like the basically a wall fence. Okay, let's go back to putting windows in weird little patches all up on this building. Probably these windows, right? For the bedrooms. Oh, they're too wide. So literally only an option on. I think each bedroom should get one of these windows. This is probably gonna suck to play on, and I have no one to blame but myself. Thanks, me. I just realized I zoned out and said nothing for a while. I'm sorry. Well, this build's taking longer than expected, but not longer than it should have been expected, if that makes sense. I am a slow builder. Now the bathrooms all have a tiny, tiny window near the tiny, tiny top, which is not ideal. Let's bring that down to over there. There we go. Tiny, tiny window near the tiny, tiny middle. It's fun. Let's see how that goes for actually furnishing. Probably not nearly as fun, but hey. As you can see, it's starting to come together. I'm incapable of doing a build that doesn't take 4 hours. And I really need to start remembering that because making people wait is... Let's try to situate these from the inside. Because these we want to have high enough up that their counters are under them. That's pretty good, probably, maybe. These are way too high up for now that I think about it. I think the counter ends usually around mid-dot. So that should be good. It's just, where, oh where do I place these little big windows, you know? So many fun spots. And it's gonna look so strange. But hey, at least I've got a weird little forest with too many windows. Oh yeah, that's my big guilty secret. I always put way too many windows on my builds. Yeah, that window actually hates me, so let's replace it with this one, which doesn't love me, but it doesn't want me to fail dramatically in front of all 7 of my friends I've bribed into watching this video. At least 3 of which are actually going to go through with it. The others will say they did, and I'll believe them, and I won't look at the watch history, because that way I can't figure out that they maybe didn't watch the video, no matter how many times I cried and was like, please, please. Yeah, the gameplay is definitely where I thrive. This is not where I thrive, but hey. You win some, you lose some. The main tree has all its windows. The other trees each only have 1 window per room, except for in the very top room, which will have 2 windows. Oh, that one's actually way too big for... Fair enough, okay. Well, that's too many windows. What if I did those, but then I also did... I think I just have to accept that I'm kind of tacky and I like having too many windows. I just like natural light, as evidenced by the fake light I am filming in that is all generated by Maxis and The Sims 2, which is where I'm stuck and will need help being freed from. So if you have any clues as how to rescue me from the shackles of Sims 2 Sim, please let me know. My life may depend on it. It may not. It's pretty nice here. Plugged my stats in, apparently I'm a Cancer. It's pretty cool. I mean, I already knew that, but like, it's cool that how I perceive myself and how The Sims perceives my astrological sign are the same. What if I just was a jerk and made one person just, instead of having a nice view of like nature, they just had a view of one of the other bedrooms, not even into it, just look out the window and it's just another tree. I'll put some ivy there. I like that better. Not for the view. The view's, you know, frankly, it's not great, but like, yeah, it's coming along. I'm actually quite pleased with this weird little disaster of a building. What if I put that there? And then was a little sneaky. It is a shame this one's slightly, you know, you can hardly notice. With the right curtains, I think that'll be fine. Okay, maybe you can notice very well. I can hardly notice, and that's what matters. I really need to find like a clip for my headphone wire, because currently the way it's set up, it's just not good. It's too long, and I never thought that would be a complaint, but here we are. God, I hate this window, but I hate this big gap between areas. Okay, well, I have built it, and it's taken long enough that I think furnishing it may have to be another video, because this is a bit. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.